Patriot is a B&M inverted coaster at Worlds of Fun that opened in 2006. This ride is located in the Americana section of the park near Timberwolf. There's not much theming for the coaster, like most rides at the park, but it has a very patriotic color scheme with red track, blue supports, and a white accent strip along the track, which is a nice touch, making it one of the most photogenic coasters at the park. The ride has standard B&M over-the-shoulder restraints with a seatbelt that are pretty comfortable and actually give some room for airtime, which you do actually get on this attraction. The ride stats are pretty impressive, especially when compared to the other B&M invert in the state, Batman at Six Flags St. Louis. It doesn't have as many inversions with only 4, but it's 149 feet tall, has a speed of 60 miles per hour, and a track length of 3,081 feet. The ride isn't nearly as intense as its Six Flags counterpart, but has a lot more unique elements mixed in that makes it the better overall ride in my opinion. Now that we got the stats out of the way, let's see how it rides. Patriot begins with a classic B&M invert curving drop to the right that goes directly into a large vertical loop with some decent positive forces. The ride then enters a fun zero-G roll, which feels a lot more graceful than others, but offers some nice hang time before you go into the ride's pretty whippy Immelman. The ride then mixes it up with an interesting overbank turn that kind of looks like a vertical loop at an angle before going into a very nice floater airtime hill, which actually gives some really solid sustained airtime in every row. The ride then enters its final of 4 inversions, a whippy corkscrew, before another really solid airtime moment, and then enters the final brake run. Overall, Patriot is a really fun looping coaster at the park and a fantastic replacement for the iconic Orient Express, although it wasn't added directly after that coaster closed. This ride is also glass smooth, has some really fun inversions, and some of the best airtime I have gotten on an inverted coaster. It reminds me a lot of Banshee, but it has a more similar length and scale to Batman, so it's kind of a mix in between the two, making me also rank it just above Batman, but just below Banshee at Kings Island. Within its own park, the coaster is easily the 3rd best there, well behind Prowler and Mamba, but well above the rest of the park. I wish more of these B&M inverts had elements similar to Patriot where it focused on something other than positive forces, but this ride is still solid on its own and definitely a must-do attraction when you visit Worlds of Fun. It's also a great ride to photograph, and you can see it when entering the park as well as throughout the park. It really does contribute to Worlds of Fun's amazing skyline as you are driving up to the park. The ride is a little on the shorter side, especially compared to Banshee, but it's still well worth a couple of rides during your park day. Be sure to subscribe for more Worlds of Fun content and be on the lookout for more coaster reviews and other theme park videos in the near future.